Okay, the last thing that I just wanted to go over is what I've created here is some number lines. So the first one, this one, it's I'm gonna talk about f prime, and so what I did was I put all the zeros of f prime. So if you look at the graph, you can see that at -8, at -1, 2, 3.5, and 7, f prime has zeros. So I put those on that number line. The second one actually is for f double prime. So what I've done there is I've actually looked for the relative extrema of the graph of f prime, and I've put those on the number line. So -6, 1, 3, 6, and 8 made it onto the number line. And now I'm just going to fill in. So f prime is negative until I get to -8, and then it's positive on this whole interval, and then negative here again, and then it's positive on this tiny interval, and then we're negative here, and then positive again. Okay, so what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that f of x will be decreasing, and then increasing, decreasing, increasing on that tiny bit, decreasing there, and then increasing again. And now what I'm going to do is, so I have to interpret the slope of f prime to figure out what to put on this number line for f double prime. But I can see that f prime is increasing until I get to -6, so that's going to be pluses. And then it decreases all the way to 1. So the reason I'm putting lots of little minus signs and plus signs is because I want to be able to match these things up, the two number lines. So every interval needs to be covered, and it's just easier if I have that whole thing. So from 3 to 6, it's decreasing, it being the derivative, then pluses, and then minuses. And then what I know is, just from experience, any interval on which a function is decreasing, and let me fill these in. So this will be concave up, concave down, concave up, concave down, concave up, and concave down. So on an interval on which a function is decreasing and concave up, I know that it's going to look like this, something like that. Then it becomes increasing, concave up, then increasing, concave down. Then here I have decreasing, concave down, decreasing, concave up. So this is why you want to be able to make your number lines kind of spaced out. So increasing, concave up. And then at this point my number lines are so messy that I can't really do this. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm doing. So it's easier on paper because you can space it out and you don't have to write like you're using a crayon. But I hope you find that to be somewhat helpful, because it's one of the more important things that you can do. Learn to interpret the graph of a derivative and what it tells you about the original function. So yeah, hope that's helpful.